Yo, what's up guys, I'm the Fire King. Today I have our EBL Season 3 Week Number 4 matchup. We're going up against a very good buddy of mine that goes by the name of Bill Standish. He is coach of the A.Honchkrows. This is another champion versus champion match because we won the EBL Season 1. Bill Standish won the P4G Season 2. He had to beat the likes of like Dan, Pokemon, Kelly under the radar, very good players. And you know, Bill's, like I said, Bill's a very good opponent. I will leave Bill's and Ed's link down below. Make sure to go check them out. But Bill's been struggling in the start of the season because he's 0-3 and we're 3-0 with a +7 differential. It's currently second place in the league. The first place team is 3-0 with a +10 differential. So we're undefeated. Bill's hasn't picked up a W yet, but like I said, Bill's a very good opponent, and anything could happen, especially in the game of Pokemon. And quick rundown on my team. I got my Thunderous. I'm not going to reveal so much. And I got my Expert Belt Infinite with like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, EQ. Last move I'm going to keep hitting. My Mega Latios, Dragon Pulse, Psy Shock, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt. Crocodile, physically defensive, holding the leftovers with Knockoff, Toxic, EQ, Knockoff, Toxic, and Stealth Rock, sorry. Vaporeon, specially defensive, holding the leftovers with Skull, Toxic, Protect, and Wish. Amoonguss making his debut, specially defensive, holding the leftovers with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Clear Smog, and Spore. And Bill over here brought his Greninja, Clefable, Decidueye, Lando, Jirachi, and Mega Ampharos. And let's just start with the match. I'm going to go into my Rocket, lead on with his Mega Ampharos. I do have EQ, but I don't. He can live it. So I'm just going to go into my Amoonguss as he went for the Dragon Pulse. And here I'm just going to, he goes for the Volt Switch. And here, what did I click? Giga Drain? No, Sludge Bomb. On the incoming Decidueye, I get the Poison, which is good for us. And here I'm going to switch out into my Rocket as he goes for the U-turn. Going into his Mega Ampharos, like I said, I have EQ, but he can live it. And I don't want to take a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch or even a Dragon Pulse. So I'm going to go into Amoonguss again. The regenerator ability is phenomenal, along with the Black Sludge. I go into my Vaporeon on the Jirachi. He goes for the sub. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. As he goes for the Power Up Punch, because I will take 2 of my Skulls to break the substitute. Like I said, I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because it's a little bit of a stall fest here. He goes for the Power Up Punch. He's at +2. I go for a Skull, knocking this out. And like I said, he goes for a sub again. He's at +2. And it takes 2 Skulls to break the sub, which sucks. I did have Roars, but I had switched it out for Toxic. Wish I didn't do that at this point. And like I said, now he goes for the Heart Stamp. It gets a flinch, which is part of the game, so no worries. That's what Jirachi does. Here I go for the Protect, just trying to get leftover recoveries as he goes for the Heart Stamp again. Now this Jirachi is pretty much at full now. Here I switch on to my Crocodile, get that Intimidate. I know it doesn't go through a sub, but I need this Jirachi gone, or at least the sub gone. He went for the Heart Stamp, free switcher for me. Now he goes for a Power Up Punch. And now I'm going to go for an EQ, knocking the sub obviously gone. Here I'm going to click Knockoff. Hopefully taking someone's item off. He goes into the Lando, he gets an Intimidate. No item gets dropped because this is his Emon. Here I went for the Toxic. I wish I would have clicked Rocks at that point because the Titanic Ray takes me out, and Rocks would have pressured Bill's team. And now I'm going to go to my Mega Latios, get that Mega Evolution button, go for the Psy Shock. This thing lives on 27%. If I would have gone for the Dragon Pulse, Lando would have been done. Now he goes on to the Greninja. My switch in is Vaporeon. He goes for the Dark Pulse. And here I'm going to click Protect, trying to get a little bit of leftover recoveries. As he switches Jirachi, and it's like, man, I don't want to go through this Vaporeon Jirachi thing again. So here I've set up a Wish, and I click Protect because I need my Vaporeon a good amount of health. And here I'm going to click Wish again, and this time I'll pass it to my Mega Latios. There goes the Power Punch. There goes the Wish, and now I'll pass it into my Mega Latios because I need my Mega Latios at a good amount of health. And there's the Power Up Punch. It only does 10% to me. And with this Wish, now my Mega Latios is at 100% HP. I do have Shadow Ball. It's going to break the sub, and I'm just going to click Shadow Ball again. Because the Heart Step only did 29% to me at +2. So here's a Shadow Ball. Does 47%. And I'm just going to click Shadow Ball again. And I think he stays in. No, he switches out into the Clefable. Psy Shock's not enough to knock him out. So I'm going to switch out to my Amoonguss. As he pulls a double there into his Lando, and here he goes for EQ, and he gets a critical hit, which sucks, but it's part of the game. The crit did suck. I went for the Giga Drain there. Amoonguss taking out the Lando. The game is tied 5-5 now. He goes on to Decidui. I'm going to try to get Regenerator ability, or Regenerator health back. He goes to Spirit Shackle. Hidden Power Ice will knock this thing out, but he shows he has Scarfed, and the Spirit Shackle knocks out the phenomenal AJ Styles. It sucks, but I did get information that it's Scarfed. So now I go into my Infinite, going to go click for a Fire Punch. He goes on to the A.Honchkrows. Here I'm just going to click EQ, because I need to get damage on this thing now. Here he goes for the Volt Switch, and the Volt Switch U-turn is getting Bill all the momentum. That's why I wish I would have clicked Rocks when it was Crook against Lando. Here he goes for the U-turn. I go, like I said, he goes on to Mega A.Honchkrows. I click Protect here on the Volt Switch just to get leftover recoveries back. I'm going to switch out Vaporeon, go back into Amoonguss. Like I said, he went for the Volt Switch, and this is where Rocks would have been good. Everything would have been getting chip damage. And here I switch out into my Mega Latios as he goes for the Heart Stamp. And getting leftover recoveries, I'm going to click Shadow Ball. And he switches in the Greninja, which pretty much ate the Shadow Ball. Here I'm going to go on to Amoonguss, if I'm not mistaken. I go into Vaporeon on the Greninja, sorry. And he went for the into the Ampharos. He goes for a Volt Switch. Like I said, Bill has all the momentum. Because I'm going to go into Amoonguss. He goes for the Volt Switch. So now he could go to something that beats it, like Jirachi. That's what Rocks. I wish I would have gone for Rocks. Here I'm going to switch out into my Vaporeon now. He goes for the Heart Stamp. Does 26% to me. If I'm not mistaken, like, what do I go for? Wish? He goes for the Heart Stamp. As I went for the Wish. And I could click Protect, but I don't want him to go for a sub. So I'm just going to patch the Wish into my Mega Latios. There's the Wish. I'm at 84% health. I'm just going to click Shadow Ball. It does 54% to the Jirachi. Here he goes for the Heart Stamp. And I click Shadow Ball again as he goes on to the Clefable. And what do I click here? Here he switches out as I went for the Psyshock on the Greninja. So Bill making some plays here. He goes for the Dark Pulse on my Vaporeon switching. He gets a critical hit. I don't think it mattered because two of them would have taken me out. But maybe I could have gone for Wish and Protect, or Protect and Wish. But either way, two Dark Pulses will knock my Vaporeon out. And I go on to Amoonguss here. I'm just going to click Giga Drain. Yep, click Giga Drain to get a critical hit on the Jirachi. Does nothing to him. I'm going to switch out into my Mega Latios as he went for the sub. But it's fine because, like I said, I have Shadow Ball. I go for the Shadow Ball there. Breaking the sub. He goes for the Wish. I think he's going to pass it to Greninja, so I'm going to click T-Ball. But he decides to patch it into the Clefable. So the T-Ball did not knock him out. He gets his Wiki Berry activated, and then the Wish, so now that thing's at full amount of health. I'm just going to go into Amoonguss as this thing goes for a Calm Mind. But I'm not scared of this set because I said I do have Spore and Clear Smog. Here I click Clear Smog. And yeah, and then I get Black Sludge recovery. He goes for another Flamethrower. And I'm going to put this thing to sleep. Why did he went for Spore? Maybe he wanted to switch out. And so now the thing's asleep. I'm going to click Sludge Bomb. It lives. I get a little bit left over. Black Sludge recovery. He wakes up. I think this is the second turn and he woke up. He went for the Flamethrower. I went for another Sludge Bomb, knocking out this Clefable. And now he goes on to the Greninja. I'm going to sack my Infernape here, but he decides to, but he goes for the Ice Beam. I live. I'm going to click Thunder Punch. I'm not Scarfed, and he thought I was Scarfed. That's why he switched there. As I went for the Thunder Punch, and I'm going to click EQ, knocking this thing out. And now the game's tied 3-3. And now he goes on to his Scarf Decidui, goes for the U-turn, knocks me out. He went to his Greninja. I went into my Amoonguss. I'm going to click Giga Drain. I went for the Giga Drain there. On the Jirachi, I'm going to switch out. I don't want to take a Heart Stamp. So I'm going to switch out, go on to my Mega Latios. He went for the Heart Stamp there. I'm going to click Shadow Ball, so something's dying here. I went for the Shadow Ball there. The Jirachi goes down. 2-2, the game's tied. He goes on to Greninja. I'm going to have to let this thing go down. My Infernape, my Mega Latios goes down to the Dark Pulse. Now it's Amoonguss against 2. I went to Amoonguss, and he goes for an Ice Beam. I know I could take it. It does 50% to me. I'm going to click Giga Drain, knocking out the Greninja. And I can live a Spirit Shackle from this Scarfed Decidui. There's a Spirit Shackle. I live on 25. I'm going to click Sludge Bomb, knocking out Decidui. Amoonguss in his debut getting 5 kills, and that is GG to my good buddy Bill Standish. The Minnesota Victinis are now 4-0. 4-0 undefeated with a +8 differential. And with that, I will catch you guys next time. Later.